Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Long Plank. My name is She, and as always, I will be your guide on this journey inwards. Today, our focus is on our ability to honor ourselves. Honoring ourselves is such a beautiful power that we don't always get to exercise. But we'll talk a little bit more about this later. For now, let's get cozy. Starting in a comfortable seat, or perhaps you're laying down. Maybe you're even leaning against something firm. Take this moment to soften that very central point in your eyebrows, to release the edges of your hips, to send ease to your jawline. How does your mind feel now? How does the breath feel? As you move towards making space between your day, your week so far, and your time with me now. Focus on the heaviness in the body. Focus on those spaces that you can bring release. Maybe you sense sounds, movement, flickering lights, murmurs around you. Taking these next few breaths to just draw your senses closer to you. Hopefully, the darkness in front of your eyes is more amplified. The wave of your breath feels more concentrated. The softness of whatever's underneath you feels more like a hug. As those waves of external noise slowly draw down to zero. Setting your sankalpa. This can be anything you'd like it to be, but for our theme today, I trust myself. I honor myself. I can rely on my power. Whatever resonates for you, whatever feels like it is relevant, give yourself a moment to connect with it, to say it to yourself again, maybe even 3 times. Let's begin our body scan. In our body scan, we're not trying to hold on to or change anything, just sending a light awareness to these locations. Find your toes, heels, ankles, calves, shins, knees, hamstrings, quads, hips, lower belly, lower spine, center of the spine, your ribs, shoulders, chest, fingertips, palms, forearms, elbows, upper arms, neck, jaw, cheeks, tip of your nose, center of the brows, crown of the head, allow the body to be soft as you feel this stream of light moving through the whole body. Giving yourself into this light and warm sensation. Noticing if there are any points in the body that feel cold or cool. Any areas that feel warm, comforting. Is there any tension, maybe in the back of the body or the hips? Perhaps you notice some release in the base of the jaw, ankles, feet. Where you feel tension, sending that sensation of release. Wherever you feel that cool energy, sending that abundance of warmth. Sending that abundance of warmth. Noticing the breath now. Maybe you feel how autonomous the chest moves. Maybe the belly feels more relief as you take your time to gently inhale and softly exhale. When we can move out of our own way of our breath, we can really celebrate how naturally this rise and fall occurs. This beautiful central metronome that keeps us alive. Holding here, allowing your mind to hold space for this stillness. As we consider coming back to our center, sometimes it's quite obvious how we feel about things. This sort of sense of yes and no can feel quite loud in particular situations. But in life, as we navigate our day-to-day, we come across these compromises that we're continuously having to make, which makes us considerate people, which just is testament to us being of this world as we share it with others. But honouring how we feel about things, knowing how we feel about things, is our signature to ourselves. And sometimes too much compromise, for example, can lend itself to us not really understanding how we feel, us not really trusting our own decisions. But there is this internal compass that has an unwavering knowing about how we feel about things, what we think, what is our yes, and what is our no. So as we find this space inside of ourselves to close down that external noise and really revel in our internal landscape, we give ourselves an opportunity to listen in to that internal compass, to find that voice. You can trust it. You know what your yes is, and you know what your no is. Let's envision this space, a connection between the gut and the throat. And when you inhale, see this space expand. As you exhale, envision these areas contracting, drawing into one another, building strength. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Coming back to your sankalpa. Really sowing that seed now. How do you feel? How does the body feel? How does your internal voice feel? On the next inhale, Slowly wriggle the toes. Gently wriggle the fingers. Taking arms up and overhead. Taking the arms up and overhead, give yourself a full body stretch. Maybe blinking the eyes open. Taking some long blinks here. This is where I'll leave you. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Jai.